Hey there guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Speedrun The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we made it through the second dungeon, and in this episode, we will be traveling to the third dungeon. There is quite a bit to be done in this episode, so let's get to it. First off, I'm going to go back inside to demonstrate a little wall clip that will be very useful. If you just go ever so slightly out from the entrance, you can actually clip into the wall and go right through the flower and not have to wait for Bow Wow. Our first order of business this episode is going to be activating the portal that is near the fourth dungeon. The portals, we haven't really seen any portals yet, but they can be quite useful. There are, I think, 3 or 4 of them. There are 4 of them in the world, but 3 of them that we actually use. So here, just hold save and quit while the screen transition happens. Now we wall clip again. Jump so that you move fast through the water. Here, I grabbed the heart piece, or you could have grabbed it a couple episodes back. And here is where the route change really takes place. The big route change starts happening. First major route change, we're actually going to be getting the bomb upgrade right now. So if you're playing in Japanese version, all you need to know is pick the second option. That's pretty much, you pick the second option here, or you say no here, and then second option you say yes, and that is the bomb upgrade. Pretty much all you need to know is just second option for this. The first time you're going to be getting the bombs, which is second option. Second time you're going to be getting bow and arrow, which is second option. And then the last time there's only one option left. So here you can either use the magic powder or the bracelet if you so choose. And we are going to return Bow Wow. Press B to win. And then walk directly down for our next picture. This might actually... Is this the first picture that we're getting? No, we already stopped at the actual picture house. So this will be the second picture we actually are physically getting, but the third picture we have because you automatically get one from stealing from the shop. So our next order of business, go over to the right. And here, again, you can take out the bracelet if you want. I choose to use the powder because I think it's a little bit faster, but really I haven't tested it, so I can't really say for sure. I just think it is. Alright, now here, what we want to do is grab bomb arrows, blow that up, and we're actually on our way to our next picture. Which is going to be right up here. This picture is actually very important. You have to get this now, or else you will not be able to finish this game 100%, because this is the only picture in the entire game that is permanently missable. If you lower the drawbridge, which we won't do, or if you just enter the third dungeon, or get the slime key, you can permanently miss that. That trigger will disappear forever. So, it's very important to get that picture now and not to forget it, because you have to reset the run after that. Alright, so here is a really fun trick that was actually found somewhat recently, within the last year. It's called pause buffering, and so the way games work, is they run in frames per second, so there will be like one frame that creates an animation, and several of them in a row will make an animation. So you can actually advance automatically one frame at a time by, like, look at the water. You see how it's only moving 1 pixel at a time, 1 frame at a time? If you just press start and hold the start button as you are exiting the start menu, you'll automatically enter it on the first frame. So, why this is useful is if we jump down here and just pause buffer until we hear that sound, then we hold down as we exit and boom, we enter the maze, which actually saves us a massive amount of time. If you've played the original game, you know that you're supposed to go to the castle, collect 5 golden leaves, and stuff like that to get the slime key. Here also is a fun little trick. As you can see, this kind of has to do with wall clipping. As you can see, the maze, we have the maze here. There's a cave over to the left that we would have to go through to exit the maze. But if we slash this bush, wall clip a little bit, and then go down. Oh, I messed it up. My apologies. There we go. As you can see, there are bushes on every tile. And so, since we're kind of sort of on this tile, and this one at the same time, the game doesn't know where to put you, so it pushes you out of the maze, and so that saves a really significant amount of time. So that's one trick that's really fun. Now we've got another trick. There are so many tricks right in a row right here. This is where the run really starts to get fun and interesting. This is another pretty new trick, found about the same time as the golden leaf skip. So if you jump on water and use pause buffering, you can actually do what is called the walking on water glitch. And so let me just kind of explain it by showing. So I'm going to jump here, and now I'm just going to start pause buffering until I hear the little splash, and I see the splash animation happen. Then if I unpause and hold the B button, I can jump. Now what you want to do here is just hold save and quit, and the save and quit menu will come up at the first possible moment. Then unpause, hold B, and jump out of the water. And boom, we have our 4th secret seashell. So that is a pretty new trick. It's a another really significant route change from what I was doing before. So now what we want to do is we want to do this again. Wait for it. There it is. And now do the same thing. Hold save and quit menu. Jump out. Boom. And so we just got that secret seashell way ahead of when we were supposed to, and that's good because we never have to come back to this area again. That saves us some time. So here we have another trick. We have so many tricks. This episode is going to be long just because of explanations, but basically this is another situation with wall clipping. It's just wall clipping and pause buffering all over the place. So what we would usually have to do is go back around the maze, put the key in the keyhole to open up this dungeon, then come back across here, go back around, and enter the dungeon. But if we use wall clipping, as you can see, I'm kind of yay far into that slime tile, but if I wall clip, you can see I'm much closer. So if you have your sword held out like this, and you are wall clipped, and then you just press down left, you will just clip into the hitbox for the keyhole, and you will open the dungeon. So that about wraps up this episode of Let's Speedrun Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I know this was kind of a lot to digest. There's a lot of tricks in this segment. It's the first segment where there are really very many things that you do differently than the developers intended. So yeah, that about does it for this episode of Let's Speedrun Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next time.